Good morning, everyone. Oh dear, my voice is going already. It's not good. I only just started the day. Right. Okay. I'm about to go in the gym. I just finished my first session of the day with a client. Just about to go in the gym, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to go through something that I find is people find difficult. They use many hours in the gym or even at home or doing classes, and they come back and they don't get any results and don't understand why they don't get results. And it's all about training smart versus training hard. Yeah. Hi Sam. The issue we've got is we have, first of all, there is too much incorrect information out there online. That's starting from the understanding. So you Google anything about how to lose weight. How, for example, if you've got weight loss is your thing, what you want to achieve, how to lose weight, how to tone up, how to build muscle, and you will get a huge amount of information online, and a lot of it tends to point to chronic cardio. Well, that's what we call, yeah. And there's been a lot more research recently where actually tests have been done and actually have shown that lots of cardio is actually detrimental for weight loss if that's what you're trying to achieve. And actually you should be concentrating on correct diet and weight training. Weightlifting, if you want to achieve, a weight loss or, good figure or build muscles. But it goes well beyond that. It's not just the fact of, selecting a routine and just going with that. The mistakes a lot of people make when they go to the gym is, first of all, they will do exercise that they feel comfortable with. Yeah. Because if it hurts, it's not comfortable. So we don't like to do things that hurt. The reality is the exercise that you do, if they feel comfortable, then they're not working. It's as simple as that. Your body's already adapted to them. Yeah. So you need to do the stuff you're uncomfortable. And very often the stuff you're uncomfortable are the things you need to improve. I'll give you an example is I'm quad dominant, which means, I'm very good with things like front squat and anything that is where the strain is put on my quads, the front of my legs, rather than my backside, my glutes and my hamstring, because I'm weak on my posterior chain. So anything to do like with deadlifts and anything to do with lunges, and even back squats are things I find difficult because that's my weak point. You can give me barbell, put it at the front, do front squats with that, and I'm absolutely fine. I've got no problems at all with that. Leg press, absolutely no problem. Is when I have to engage my glutes in particular that I struggle. So my, if I have a day when I'm feeling tired, if I got in my program, I decided that I've got to do squats. It's very easy to think, let's leave squats down today. I'll do it another time. Yeah. And that's what the problem is. A lot of people do that. So even if we go to gym and they're given programs, by gym instructors, because when you don't join the gym these days, you're given, normally an induction in the gym and a little program to follow. Very often I see that people will follow the program maybe the first couple of times, and then they start taking shortcuts on the exercise they find particularly difficult or they don't like, and that's why they don't get result, number one. So we tend to do the things we enjoy and the things that we feel comfortable, but comfort zone brings no results. So we have to do the things we're comfortable because that's what our body needs, is that we need to get the body stronger in those parts, and then you're going to get the bits that are lagging behind are the ones that are going to get better if you do the exercises that you find difficult. Number two is we've got this idea these days that in order to lose weight you have to do huge amount of cardio. You gotta sweat and really sweat and really sweat, and there's these lots of classes these days where it's all about hit. Now the reality is this. You do lots of chronic cardio. I mean, I've got some clients of mine that before coming to me, they were doing like something ridiculous, like 5-6 classes a week, all cardio classes. And then they complain that knees are hurting, that the back is hurting. And why? Well, two reasons. Number one, you jump, your joints are going to go. The human body, hi Paul, the human body is not built to be to be bounced on all the time. Yeah, that's not how the human body works. And number two is because you do all this cardio and actually don't do any weight training. So it's it's very good to do cardio because you need to exercise your heart, which is a muscle as well. Yeah, so that's what you're exercising. But the reality is, if you do a lot of cardio and you're dieting, which is what women tend to do when they want to lose weight, they start cutting back the calories, and then they just go manic on cardio, all the possible cardio classes they can do. Good morning. And the end result is that you haven't got enough protein in your diet. You don't do any weight training. Guess what? All the weight loss you're having is muscle mass. You're not losing fat. You're losing muscle mass. So you jump on the scale. Oh, lovely. I lost 2 pounds. Oh, I lost 4 pounds. Oh, I lost 10 kilos. Great. You lost all your muscle mass. Well done. So what happens is then as soon as you start eating normally, guess what? You put all the weight back on, yeah, because you stopped dieting. But not only that, you're not toned anymore. You're floppy because you lost a huge amount of muscle mass by not exercising with weights and by doing dieting. Yeah. So cardio is got its place for certain things. Yeah. Let me give you my example. My goal at the moment is to really build some good muscle definition. Hi, Graham. So am I doing cardio? I still want to lose fat, yeah, because obviously when you build muscle definition, you need to strip back the fat. Otherwise, muscles are there, you can't see them because you've got 10 layers of fat on top of that. It's pointless, yeah. Do I do cardio? No. The only cardio I do is actually when I teach body combat on a Sunday morning. Yeah, that's it. All I do every day in the gym is weight training. Yeah. Why? Because weight training is now, as I said, there's new research that's proving that is much more effective at fat loss than cardio is. Yeah. So when you go in the gym and you do the same things all the time. Now I see, for example, I got clients and they've done this in the past, and I hear in the gym all the time. I see people doing the same thing day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. I've been coming to this gym, Nuffield Health for years. I see the same people there, yeah, and I see they look the same. They look the same. Nothing has changed. And these people are slaving. I'm in and out within, an hour most of the time. Yeah. But I do a lot of breaks in between because I lift heavy weights. So you need to have breaks, in between the sets anyway. These people are slaving on the treadmill, on the cross trainer, are doing classes, the same routine, the same classes every single week, every single month for years. And they don't look any different. And they come to me and they complain, oh, why is it I'm not losing weight? Your personal trainer, tell me why. Well, how about you change your program for a start? The body takes 4 to 6 weeks to adapt. Yeah. What it means is that when you've done something, an exercise for 4 to 6 weeks, the body has learned to do it with the minimum expenditure of energy, which means the minimum calorie burn. So when you first do, let's say you go on the treadmill, let's say 30 minutes on the treadmill, you burn 500 calories. Yeah. You do that every time, every single day, or, 4 times a week, for example, and you do it like for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. By the time you've done it for 6, 7 weeks, your body's not be able to do it, probably just spending 200, 250 calories. But guess what? You're still eating as if you're burning 500 calories. That's where the problem is. And what's worse, actually, please, don't use the calorie burn figure that you get from machines in the gym. Please don't. They're so wrong. They are totally wrong. And even I've got to say, I'm sorry guys, I've got to say, if you got Fitbit, the calorie burn on the Fitbit is wrong, but by huge amount. Yeah, huge amount. So don't use these figures, because honestly, you use these figures, that's the best way to get no results. Yeah. The reality is, if you are training in the gym for weight loss, what you burn in exercise doesn't matter. Yeah, don't have to stress out about how much you burn, because you guess what, you don't want to eat it back in calories, because then all you're doing is maintaining. Yeah, let's say you want to lose I don't know, you got to lose a stone. Yeah, first of all, the safe weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. Yeah, no more than that. If you start dropping 8, 10, 15 pounds a week, that's not good. You're doing something wrong. Yeah, you're starving yourself probably. And then the other things that you got to do, obviously you slow and steady weight loss, yeah, but then you've got to make sure that when you exercise, you do not eat those calories back in. So if you know you burn 500 calories, don't go, I got 500 calories extra today I can eat, because then it's pointless. It's just maintaining. You need to create a deficit. Yeah. So don't, I say for most people, unless you're like me, a personal trainer, and I train and I monitor everything. I monitor my food all the way down to calories, to macronutrients, how many proteins, how many carbohydrates, how many fats I'm eating, all my micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, is all recorded. I've been doing this for years, yeah, but that's because I've got to achieve what certain goals I got to achieve, and you don't record it, you don't achieve it. It's as simple as that, yeah. But when it comes to calories, I train using chest straps, yeah, because the reality is when you're training, you want to know exactly what your level of effort is. Yeah, the best way to do it is to use a chest strap with a proper monitor, yeah, fitness monitor. So that tells me how hard I trained, and also tells how long my recovery is going to be. Yeah, so but I don't look at the calories. I don't give a damn about the calories. You know, it tells me I burn, you know, if I do combat class, I can easily burn 800-900 calories in one go. Yeah. And great, it's lovely, but doesn't mean I'm going to go and eat 800-900 calories to make up for it, because then I've achieved nothing. I've done all the work for nothing. And this is where most people fall down on. So they do all this chronic cardio, which is just destroying the joint, number one, creating huge amount of stress, because what you got to remember, every time you exercise, your body goes into fight or flight mode, yeah, because you're creating stress for your body. You know, you get your heart rate goes up. The body doesn't understand exercise, just like the body doesn't understand diet, yeah. The body understands stress, fight or flight. Are you relaxed, or do I need to do, you know, get moving quickly because the demand is all of a sudden, you know, you need to get moving. And he understands famine, yeah, and abundance, yeah. So famine and feast. So that's what the body understands. We are simple creature. The body is a survival mechanism. That's all it is. We are treating it like we are like superhumans, you know, doing huge amount of cardio, pounding the pavement if you're running, or doing huge amount of these 30 minutes HIIT classes. Now let me explain something to you guys. HIIT classes are great, yeah. Group exercise is great because some people don't have a motivation to train by themselves. Some people get bored. Some people don't know what to do. Brilliant, you know, I'm all for doing group exercise classes. However, you must understand how to use the classes. You cannot do 5, 6, 7 classes, high energy classes a week. You are destroying your body by doing that. Not only that, you're creating huge amount of stress level. And guess what? The more stress level you have, the more cortisol you have. The more cortisol you have, the more your body's going to hold on to fat anyway. Because it's under stress, doesn't know what the hell is hitting it. The body will survive. No matter what you decide to do, the body will do what it has to do to survive. And in addition to that, you do all this cardio all the time, all the same classes every week. And as I said before, the body adapts. So before you burn a lot more calories, all of a sudden you burn a lot less, because the body's learned, okay, I know what this person is doing now. So let's use the minimum amount of energy, do what we want to do, and use the minimum amount of energy. Now, if you want to really use your cardio properly, either you just do a couple of classes a week, high intensity, and the rest of your training is weight training, yeah? Or you can do a little bit of cardio every day if you want, whenever you're training anyway, if you're doing 3-4 times a week, I don't know. But then you target it, then you do a proper HIIT training. Now, HIIT training is not 30 minutes a class, that's not HIIT. HIIT is high intensity interval training. When you do high intensity, it means high intensity. It means you go 100%, your maximum effort. If you truly go to your maximum effort, you cannot sustain that level for more than 15-20 seconds. If you are doing whatever is burpees or whatever type of exercise you do, and you can sustain it for a minute, minute and a half, that's not maximum effort. It is not. Yeah. So the way to really to help you torch fat, if you want to torch fat, increase your stamina and really get the benefit of cardio, is not to do 30 minutes of cardio, an hour cardio, is to do methods like Tabata, yeah? So Tabata training is you do 20 seconds of high intensity, so you give it everything you got, so that you get to at the end of 20 seconds, like I can't breathe anymore. Yeah, it's that intense. And then you give yourself 10 seconds rest. Yeah, that's really, really intense. That's for intermediate to advanced people. If you're new to this kind of high intensity training, then you do a different version. You can do either 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, or even better, if you really want, hi Nikki, hi Stuart, or even better, if you want to go for and you're not an intermediate or advanced, and you really want to maximize your time, you really want to give it everything you got, then do 15 seconds of full on. And when I'm talking about full on, you can't catch your breath at the end of it. Yeah, full on intensity followed by 45 seconds of recovery. So 15 seconds full on, 45 seconds recovery. Now I'll give you an example. If you do this on a treadmill, there's some new treadmill, there's some gyms have it, like Natural Health have it, which they look like a banana shape. Yeah, so there's no electricity going through that. You power it by starting to move. Yeah, so you don't like the powering. If you use those ones, you can use normal treadmill. You really go at full tilt, as fast as you can. If you're running, as fast as you can. 15 seconds, I can guarantee you 15 seconds will feel like an hour if you're giving it your 100% maximum effort. After which, trust me, you will need 45 seconds to recover from that. Yeah, and you repeat that for ideally 8 rounds. Yeah, that's it, you're done. Yeah, if you're intermediate to advanced, you can do 20 seconds on, full on, with just 10 seconds recovery. That is a killer, and you can use any exercise. It doesn't have to be a treadmill. You can use jumping jacks, you can be burpees, you can be anything. You can use the cross trainer uncle if you've got a problem with joints. Cross trainer, how do you do this on a cross trainer? Very, very easy. You got your option. Either you go for speed or you go for resistance. Same on the bike. Yeah, if you've got a problem with your knees, you don't have to run, bike or cross trainer. Now, speed, of course, you put enough resistance so that your legs are not running away with you, but you give it everything you can. You go as fast as you can for 15 seconds or 20 seconds, depending which method you're going to use. Or the option is, if your speed, you be concerned about your joints, you rank cap the resistance. So you're struggling to push those pedals, whether it's on a bike or whether it's a cross trainer. You're really struggling to push those pedals for 15-20 seconds, and then you take resistance down. That's your recovery time. Yeah, so this is what I would recommend. If you want to do cardio, please do not do huge amount of cardio classes, every single week, the same classes. Change. You got to switch. The body is the machine. It will adapt so quickly. You have no idea. You're wasting your time in the gym or at home, wherever you're doing exercise, if you're doing the same thing all the time. Switch it, change it. Yeah. The other thing was saying, so yeah, cardio is an issue, make sure you maximize. If you do a Tabata protocol with 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, yeah, you do 8 rounds, you're done in 4 minutes. Hello? I mean, we all show the time. We always say we got no time, which is not true anyway. We all know we can make time when we want to. But let's just say we don't have time. We got very busy life. Would you rather do 30 minutes of cardio? Boring as hell, rather than doing 4 minutes full on. You come out of that, and I tell you one thing, one way you've done it well is when you finish those 4 minutes, or if you do the other method, 15 seconds on, 45 seconds on is 8 minutes. Yeah. Once you finish that interval training, you've done it well because you keep on sweating. You don't stop sweating for a little bit. Yeah. So your body, its metabolism is being revved up to the maximum, and you're going to keep on sweating. Even, I'll give you an example. I do that as a finisher. Yeah. I'll do my weight training. Yeah. And a couple of times I'll just throw in a cardio finisher, 4 minutes, Tabata. Yeah. Full on. I'm doing my stretching after that. 50 minutes late, I'm still sweating and I'm lying down stretching. Yeah. So that is when it's been effective. Yeah. When it's been effective, because once you've done your 15 second, 20 second of full maximum effort, honestly, you kind of move. You need to go down on, on speed or on resistance, because your heart is here. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, be careful, guys. If you're beginners, please, as I said, do shorter walk interval, longer rest interval. Please don't have a heart attack in the gym. You don't want to take responsibility for people having heart attacks in the gym. Obviously, listen to your body. Yeah. So training smart, we're talking about you know, making sure the cardio that you do is the correct type of cardio, and understanding that you cannot do the same programs, whether it's weight training program, whether it's a cardio program. You can't do the same programs forevermore and expect the changes, because your body will have adapted after 4 to 6 weeks. So you need to change the program. Yeah. Now there's lots of ways to change your programs. You know, you can use personal trainer. Great. I'm a personal trainer. I can help, but there's a lot of stuff out there, guys. One website I tend to look at, you know, which gives you some ideas for different things as well, is bodybuilding.com. Yeah, they've got loads of workouts there. They're free, absolutely free. Just go and get them. Some of them you pay for, most of them are free. So you get this. You know, you don't have, by the way, for the ladies, this website is not for bodybuilders only. You know, women, you need to do some weight training, please, 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 unless you want to end up with joint problems. You know, osteoarthritis, and, you know, having to walk with 3 legs when you're older, meaning your 2 legs plus a stick, then you need to do weight training. The muscle mass supports your skeletal mass. You know, weight training not only strengthens your muscle, strengthens your ligament, strengthens your tendons, which are what supports your joints as well. So if you don't do any weight training, you just do cardio, that's the best way to end up on a wheelchair when you're older, guy. Yeah, okay. So you know, everybody's going through that. They know it. As a personal trainer, as an instructor, and I know there's people on this call who use gyms regularly, and they know instructors who have got huge amount of injuries because they teach like 15-20 classes a week. You know, I was down that road myself in many years ago. When I first started doing personal training, I was doing more classes, teaching more classes than I was doing personal training. I ended up with plantar fasciitis, stress fracture on my foot without even realizing, from jumping. Yeah, I only realized because it was hurting, and when we checked it with the MRI, I had a stress fracture on it. I've been jumping on it. You know, so you know, injuries are very common. Yeah, when you do too much cardio. Now, training smart also means listen to your body. Yeah, so it is perfectly okay not to exercise one day if you're not feeling well. Yeah, I'm not talking about I've got a headache, you know, or I feel tired. You know, you got to be honest with yourself. Yeah, so you're not looking for an excuse, you're looking for a reason to maximize your workout. Yeah, let me give you an example. Last night I slept 4 hours. Yeah, I mean, I get up 4 o'clock most morning anyway, but normally I manage to get at least 5 hours sleep. You know, sometimes if I'm very lucky, 6 hours. But when I get 4 hours, I'm freaking useless. You know, so I give all my effort to my clients doing the session, and then I'm literally like a zombie for the rest of the day. So I'm here sitting now in the car park of Natural Health doing this live, you know, with you guys, and I am going to be going to do training. I'm not doing weight training today. I had planned to do weight training, but because I haven't had enough sleep last night and I'm feeling actually really tired, I'm going to be doing active rest. Yeah, my active rest is going on the Stairmaster, you know, like an escalator. Yeah, for 45 minutes, you know, with a good pace. Yeah, but just that. Yeah, and then I'm finished. Yeah, it could be for somebody else, could be going on treadmill, maybe with a little bit of incline. Yeah, just walking on the treadmill, you know, 45 minutes. It's just activity, moving. Yeah, so the fact I'm not feeling 100% because I'm tired, I'm in that proper sleep, does not mean that I'm going to be sitting at home doing bugger all, watching television, putting my feet up because I'm tired, you know, going to sleep. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm still staying active. It could be, you know, if you got dogs, go out for a walk instead with the dog, an hour walk with the dog instead of going to the gym. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. What you got to remember, what I told you about stress. If you haven't had good sleep, your body is already stressed. That means is not ready for more stress and exercise. So if you push it and you do, like, for example, my weight training is normally 5 rep max. Yeah. So I lift heavy weights for maximum 5 repetitions. I can only lift it for 5 times. Yeah. So it's not like 15-20 repetitions you can go for forever. Yeah. It's quite heavy lifting. If I did that today when I'm not 100% and I'm not rested properly, number one, I wouldn't be able to lift the same weights I normally do because I'm too tired. Number two, chances are I'll drop a bar on top of my head and then I kill myself. Yeah. So you have to listen to your body. Yeah. Be honest with yourself. Is it truly that you haven't slept well, or maybe you got something coming up, so you got a bit of a flu coming up, feeling a bit of temperature, then it's perfectly fine to, to take an easy day, but stay active, what we call active recovery. Yeah. And that's very important. I see people sometimes even some of my clients, I go and do a session with some of my clients, hi Aditi, and they are, I turn up at their home, and of course I got my session planned for them. I turn up at their home and they look like death. They got everything going. They got stomach is not well, they got temperature. First of all, why didn't you tell me? Because quite frankly, they want to pick up germs from everybody else, because I'm going to everybody's home, and if I pick something, I'm going to spread it on to somebody else. So first of all, you should be telling me, because I want to pick up viruses in the first place. Secondly, if you're that bad, and I can see sometimes they're really, really bad, exercising is just going to make it worse. You're going to create more stress. Your body's going to go into the fight or flight mode. It's going to hold on too fast, so you don't achieve anything. And number two is going to suppress the immune system. Yeah, because if you are too stressed, your immune system, it goes down. So not only you're going to feel more tired, but you're going to catch everything under the sun. Yeah, any single virus that goes around. So you have to, that's why I say train smart. It's not just about making sure what you do in the gym, is effective. So you're using your time effectively, but it's also make sure you listen to your body. Yeah. So if you, how do you know if you are, when is the time to change a program, for example? Let me tell you this. First of all, every time you train in the gym, you should aim at doing better than the last time. Yeah. There is no point, for example, if you're doing, let's say you're doing press ups. Yeah. And you're doing just body weight press up. You do 10 press ups, 3 sets of 10 press ups. Now you do today 3 sets of 10 press ups. You go back in 2 days time. There's no point doing the same. Yeah, if you do the same, you're not progressing. You're doing the same. So maybe go, instead of 10 press ups, do 11 press ups. Yeah, you have to increase all the time. Yeah, and it's only when you increase, for example, if you increase weights and you can't achieve the same amount of repetitions, then you keep on doing the same weight until you achieve the amount of repetition you could do with a lighter weight before. Yeah, but it's about progressive overloading. Yeah, the body adapts, and the way to get result, you have to push just a little bit outside your comfort zone every time, not hugely, but every time, so that you are progressing every time. And that's when you get the result. That's when you see the difference in your body. That's when you see the difference in your stamina. That's when you see the difference in your strength. Yeah. So again, it's not about being bodybuilders. It's not about being, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I train 6 days a week. Yeah. And it is about making sure that the time you spend in the gym is quality time, and it makes a difference, rather than going to the gym, spending an hour and a half, coming out, and then a month down the line, you look exactly the same. You can't work out, what it is, And of course, the other part of this training smart, guys, is you must measure everything. Yeah. So you all know that diet and exercise go together. So it's pointless really spending hours in the gym if your diet is crap. Yeah. And I know it's difficult, but the reality is, if you don't track it, you can't fix it. Now, I've got this issue with many of my clients. Believe me, you're not the only one if you don't track your food. I've got these issues like, banging my head against the wall with many clients. The clients who don't get a result, who get very slow results, are the ones who don't record their food. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Hi, Aditi. So is it boring? Yes, it is very boring. But the reality is, once you start recording and you learn what your body works well with, what gets result, and you learn how to understand, when you look at the plate, how many, what the macronutrient breakdown is on the plate. So I've got how many proteins I got, how many carbohydrates, how many fats I got. Once you've done it for a while, you get an eye for it. So you don't have to do it for life, but you have to do it for long enough to understand and get the eye for it. And so that when you go out in a restaurant, you understand when you're having a meal, roughly what you're having in that meal. So then you can monitor. Yeah. And then you can get results that way. And it's also about understanding that the food you put in will either give you energy or will take energy from you. Yeah. And this is what people don't understand. If you have, I'll give you an example. If you go into a training session, whether you use a group exercise class or whether it's your own gym, training, whatever you want. If you have a banana before your training, And some people say, well, I need something to eat, you know, just give me some energy. Now, banana can help you or can hinder you. Now, if you have a ripe banana, so we're talking yellow to brown color, yeah, you have it before training, you will crash during your training. Why? Because it's so high glycemic. It contains the sugars released so quickly on a very ripe banana that you get the energy boost that you I feel like I can lift everything, and all of a sudden you get the slump halfway through your session. You get the slump, and all of a sudden it's, oh my god, you get shakes, you know, you can't lift the weights, you can't jump anymore, you feel exhausted all of a sudden, you're hungry all of a sudden, you feel dizzy. Yeah, that's what the banana did. However, if before training you have a not ripe banana, so that is green to yellow rather than yellow to brown, that banana is lower glycemic, so it's going to release the sugar slightly slower during the session. That means you're going to have sustained energy throughout the session, and at the end of the session then you might have a slump, because then there's still sugars, you have the slump at the end of it. Yeah, so this is how, that's what I'm saying, what you eat is going to make the difference. So doesn't mean that you need protein shake after training. No, you don't. So stop eating the crap, please. It's not food. It's not food. It's man-made crap. Yeah. The only people I recommend to have protein shake, and again, you got to really choose the right type of protein shake, are vegetarians or vegans. Why? Because they don't have enough protein in the diet. It's as simple as that. Everybody else who eats anything, if you eat any type of meat or any type of fish or eggs, then you don't need protein shakes. You need food, real food, yeah, not processed food, real food that you cook, you know, from fresh. So, and then you're done. And no, do you need to have a protein straight after training? No, you don't. Yeah, not unless you, I mean, listen. When you hear about people having protein shake before and after training, when you hear about people eating 6 meals a day, those are bodybuilders. Yeah, those are bodybuilders who go in the gym and lift huge, ridiculous amount of weights. They do it twice a day, every day. Yeah, not 3 times a week. Yeah, and they burn like 4,000 calories a day. Of course, it doesn't matter if they eat 6 meals a day and then an extra protein shake. The reality is, do you train every day in the gym? Yeah, do you do very heavy weights? You know, no, you don't. So you don't eat calories that you don't need, because that's all it is. Yeah, proteins, extra calories that you don't need. Yeah, everything we eat's got extra calories. You just have to stick to the right food. So before training, or ideally anytime, you know, try to avoid crap food. Try to avoid processed food. Have proper food that you cook yourself. Yeah. Loads of veggies give you energy, guys. Let veggies give you energy. Watch the fruit. Fruit before training will undermine your training. As I said, your blood sugar is going to go boom, boom. And when you go boom, then you go floppy. You got no energy. Yeah. So try to avoid fruit before training, unless it's, as I say, is not a ripe banana. Yeah. If you're really desperate. And of course, don't eat just before training, because you're going to be sick. When you're training, the blood supply goes to the muscle you're training at the time. Yes, for example, you're doing squats, the blood supply goes to your legs. If you've eaten within an hour before training, or even an hour and a half before training, you're still in the middle of digestion. So all the blood supply moves away from your stomach into the muscle that you use. And guess what happens to digestion? It stops. Then you get stomach aches. Then you get bloatiness, which is the minimum thing you're going to get. But more importantly, you're not going to absorb your nutrients properly, because you stop your digestion. Yeah, so you eat at least ideally 2 to 2.5 hours before training. Yeah, after training you can eat straight away, that's no problem. Before training you want to have an empty stomach. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you eat, as I say, if you're eating just before, then you're going to block your digestion. It's not going to help you. And definitely do not swim with a full stomach, guys. You know you can drown doing that way anyway. So training smart, as I said, is about cardio. Yeah, the right type of cardio, listening to your body. So if you like me, you've had 2 liters sleep, or it could be you're feeling under the weather, you're just not feeling well. I mean, if you got temperature, that's a sign your body's fighting infection. If your body's fighting infection, do not load it with training, because then your immune system drops even further. You're gonna catch whatever you're gonna catch, and it's gonna take you forever to recover. Yeah, just go for a nice walk. Yeah, provided you haven't got high temperature. If you've got temperature, just stay in bed and, you know, and eat good food, and that will clear, and drink a lot of water. But if you're feeling really under the weather, just go for a nice walk. You know, just stay active. That's all you got to do. tracking. You got to track everything. If you don't track your food, you don't get results. It's simple. Yes, it's tedious, it's annoying. However, there's so much information out there, and there's so much good application. I use MyFitnessPal with my clients. It's a free application. Yeah, it gives you a lot of information. I'm currently testing another one, which is American-based, called Chronometer, which has got lots of useful extra things there if you really want to go more in depth on what you're doing. But you know, it's being American, it hasn't got some of the UK foods as well, so it's a bit, you have to enter your own food, you know, from nutritional information. Involves a bit more time, so if you can't be bothered to do normally, there's no way you're going to do that. So maybe stick with something like FitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is not easy. Just record your food. Yeah, if you can record your food, you can see, you'll be surprised what difference it makes to your mindset when you record food. While before you would have not thought anything about having a piece of cheese, you know, as a snack. You're passing by the fridge, grab a piece of cheese. You record the food, a piece of cheese, the amount of calories, the amount of fat, and everything is gone. Next time, you're going to make you think twice about getting that as opposed to getting something else. Yeah, so it does make a huge difference. It educates you in understanding what food is and what nutrients your food has. On MyFitnessPal, you can see the macronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, how much you're having of everything. So it's very educational. And as I say, you don't have to do it for life. I've been doing it for about 8 years, every single day without fail. But that's me, you know. I'm anal the way, so I just like to track everything, you know. And the other thing I said is food is important. Exercise, you have to progress your exercise all the time. Progress your weight, progress the repetitions that you do. Otherwise, you will not get results. Yeah, again, that's about maximizing your time. And most importantly as well, listen to your body. Yeah, you can tell if you're not feeling right. But even better, you can monitor if you're not feeling right. You know, those of you who know me, I'm tracking everything. You know. I'm tracking my sleep, yeah, and I'm tracking my sleep both with my Polar Watch and with my Hilo, yeah, my health device that you all know I'm dealing with. But most importantly, with the Hilo, I'm also tracking biometrics like blood pressure, yeah, and my ECG is doing my breath rate, my oxygenation level, and those together with you know, with my sleep quality actually tells me whether the way I'm feeling is just me, you know, having one of those moments, or whether actually I'm not rested enough, and maybe if, for example, recently my blood pressure has been really, really low. Yeah, it's something I'm looking into, you know, doing various tests to find out what's going on. I would never known that was the case if I didn't have the Hilo on my wrist, you know, 24/7. However, because my blood pressure is very low, what is happening is it's giving me a little bit of lightheadedness. Yeah, so I need to be very aware of it. And if I have a day like today, when in addition to having low blood pressure, I haven't slept properly, that's the time when I need to say, okay, today we do an active recovery day. Yeah, you know, I can do the training that was supposed to do today, I can do it tomorrow. That's no problem. It's about being safe. It's about making sure you don't put your body, you know, in situation that you don't want to, which is potentially dangerous. As I say, if I drop a barbell on my head, that's going to hurt. At least potentially going to kill me. You know, with the weights I put on, that's going to kill me. Yeah. So, you know, you have to be, you know, realistic. As I said, is just remember this: the human body is built for survival. It's a machine. Yeah, I know we are in a world in an era where it's all about comfort. We like to find our comfort zones. We like to do things that we enjoy. We like to do things that we feel you know, the stresses and all that kind of thing. Great. However, eating for the sake of eating and doing the exercise that only suits us because it makes you feel comfortable is going to bring no results. Yeah, so if you want results, you have to be honest with yourself. Start tracking everything. Track your exercise and track your food. Yeah, when you go to the gym, maximize your cardio. If you want to do cardio, you maximize it by doing truly high intensity, shorter period of time. Don't go to 10, 15 classes a week, please, because you're just going to be wasting your time. You're just going to create more stress in your body. Your immune system is going to go down. You're going to catch everything under the sun. And by the way, guys, you know the gyms are the worst places when it comes to germs. Yeah, so just be aware of it. Is yes, it's good for your health, you know, because you're training, but the reality is they're full of germs. So you know, hand sanitation is vital there. Yeah, just try not to touch things too much, and you just clean them. Make sure you clean them before you touch them, or use gloves, whatever. You know, just be aware of that. Yeah. And so your immune system drops, yeah, with high stress levels, and you're just not, all you're going to do, you're going to achieve the opposite of what you want to achieve, you know, which is actually holding on to fat if you're trying to lose fat. And as I say, recent research has actually shown that the most effective way to lose fat, if that's what you want to achieve, is diet. Don't talk about, you know, restricted diets. Yeah, is healthy diet and weightlifting, strength training. That's the best way to drop fat. Yeah, so you actually don't have to do huge amounts of cardio, but if you do the cardio, make sure they count and don't go mental on that. Yeah. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. This get a little bit of knowledge there, and if you find it helpful, please share it. Yeah. And if you got any questions, yeah, anything that you'd like me to talk about, feel free just to drop a message, you know, either message me personally or make a comment under this live video, whatever works for you guys. Yeah. So as I say, I'm more than happy to share information. I mean, I've got, you know, I'm a personal trainer, so I'm more than happy to share what I know, and what I don't know, I find out. And that's the way I live. Yeah. There's a lot of things that I didn't know when I first started, especially when it comes to health. And I just did my research. I find out the answers. Yeah. Because if you wait somebody to give you the answer, you're going to wait forever. You know, you take action. And that's the only way to move forward with life. Yeah. So what's the amount of cardio you're doing? Make sure it's worthwhile. Progress your training all the time, so either increase the repetition or increase the weights, so your body stops adapting, and you know it needs to, you get better with what you want to achieve. Track everything, track your food, and ideally track your exercise as well, but don't use the exercise calories as an excuse to eat the calories again. Yeah, because otherwise you're not going to achieve anything. And listen to your body. So ideally measure biometric parameters to make sure that you know your body internally, you're okay health wise. Yeah. Or you can go by how you feel. Yeah. But when you go by how you feel, be careful that it's not one of those days, I can't be bothered, so I'm not feeling well. Just remember this: what you think, you become. Yeah. So if you get up and you think, oh, I'm tired, you'll feel tired. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's best for you to track how you are physically with, you know, devices like the Hilo, for example, that tracks a huge amount of your biometric parameters. Yeah. So that you know that how you're feeling is truly how you're feeling. It's not just one of those days when you convince yourself you're not feeling well. Yeah. And then you undermine that. But if it is one of those days when you're not feeling 100%, like me, you had very little sleep, just stay active. Don't go mad on the gym, just stay active. Go for a walk or do what I do. Stairmasters, 45 minutes, listening to some nice audio, educate myself while I'm doing that. Done, happy, I've done something, and tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow I do my workout full on. You know, I'm sure I still feel good. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want to say. Have a great day, guys, and hopefully we get with our British summer, our Indian summer lasted for a couple of days. Yeah, then we're going back to autumn now. It's a bit chilly. Got back to the jacket, so hopefully we get the summer back here at some point. But doesn't matter. I'm on holiday next week, so there you go. So I'll get the summer either ways. Have a great day, guys, and see you all soon. Bye.